Well, in Australia, a similar training program is being run by Young Diggers. John Jarrett is the President and Welfare Officer at the organisation. He joins us now live from Brisbane. John Jarrett, such a pleasure to speak to you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having us here.
John, what does it mean to have an advertisement like the one in the Netherlands, so widely received? What does it mean to have PTSD become part of a regular conversation as opposed to something that's been often on the outer for so many years?
Look, it's really tremendous. Our young troops, going back since the military's been operating, have suffered post-traumatic stress disorder, called a number of different names. And we've found through research with other countries and so on that the dogs are saving lives. They're turning the troops' lives around. They're absolutely fantastic.
Can you tell us more? I'm sorry, John. Can you tell us more about that? How they are helping turn lives around to improve lives?
Yes. Look, our troops, people with PTSD, and military PTSD being probably the most severe, people suffer depression, anxiety, anger, paranoia, and a whole lot of a range of things. And the dogs, when a troop has a dog that is being trained or is trained as an assistance dog for them, it takes away a lot of the depression because the people are thinking more of their dog and playing with their dog. The dog is doing things to help them. So it's taking their mind off their own issues and helping them. The troops will isolate themselves to their homes. They have to go out and exercise the dogs. The dogs will take them into places where there's people, crowds of people, which the troops have a lot of problems with, but the dog has their back. So it's only good things happening from there. Now, you know, our dogs come from rescue centres, most of them. So we're saving the dogs, and the dogs in turn are saving the troops. Yeah.
John, how are the dogs trained, and also how do they bond to one person? I understand that that dog will attach itself to that person, even wake up when that person leaves the room, be able to pick up on that anxiety like you've said. How does that training happen?
Okay, look, you just can't go and get any dog and give to any person. The person and the family need to meet the dog to make sure that this dog likes them and they like the dog and so on. Now, we have a couple of different training procedures. One is the Bathurst Correctional Centre in New South Wales. They give 6 months training to the dogs in the beginning. And the other one is where the person has their own dog that passes all its assessments, or we get the dogs from rescue centres, and the troops serving or ex-serving get a dog that's totally untrained. We then have weekly sessions with accredited dog trainers so that the person themselves is training the dog to do specific things that are, our program is the same as the Assistance Dog International program, and as the troopers training the dog, the troopers achieving things. So they're learning that they can learn new things, they feel good because they're achieving things. The dog is bonding with them during this period of time, and so it just builds on the way through.
John, we know that dogs, or any pets really, are both icebreakers and conversation starters. How much do you think these dogs help raise not just public awareness but understanding of PTSD?
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Our lads and girls walk through shopping centres with their dogs, and people come up and start speaking to the dog. The troops basically have to say, hey, I'm here too. But what they're doing is introducing the dog into this environment, and the dog's very well behaved, and then the troop starts talking and starts socialising with people that he would normally be isolating him or herself from. So that part of the job there is really tremendous because they are speaking to people, and the best way of getting the word around about a program is just by people speaking to each other, and it's getting out there.
John, without going into details, of course, about your experiences, how would your life have been different if you had had access to a dog? I know you have your own dogs now, but if you had had access to a dog many years ago when you came back from war?
Oh, goodness. That's probably why we do what we do, is my life would have been totally different. And this is why we do this, and why we go after support for our programs. We run a number of programs. But I would say I would have probably been more successful in my work. I would have been able to work for longer. I would have been a better asset to my family and the community that I live. So my life would have been totally different. You know, you've got a best mate, and he doesn't judge you. He's there 24/7 for you. He wakes you from bad dreams. He puts a light on just to let you know that there's no one around, everything's okay. The dog takes you, as I say, into shopping centres and in amongst people, into the movies, into restaurants, to places that you normally like to shy away from. But because the dog's with you, he's got your back, and it's a totally different life.
John Jarrett from the Young Diggers organisation, thanks very much for sharing your story and telling us about this extraordinary program tonight. Much appreciated.
Thank you. And can I just add there, the Defence Bank has been a wonderful supporter of our program for the young troops, and without them, we wouldn't have the number of dogs out there that we have.
Thanks so much, John. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Okay. Bye.